Welcome to another video of the Swiss Riviera Toastmaster channel. My name is Marcelo Fernandez, and I'm very happy today because I have a very important guest with us today in the channel. We have back Beatrice. So let's welcome Beatrice. How are you, Beatrice? How are you doing?
Delighted to be here, to be back. Thank you, Marcelo, for the invitation.
No, thank you very much for having us. In our last video, we were discussing a little bit more about the division director and everything that was there. But today, I would like to focus on something different. But like the Distinguished Toastmaster Award, the High Performance Project. But before we get into the crunchy stuff, I'm still very curious because as I understand, you are a member of 2 clubs. Can you explain us a little bit that?
Sure. So as I've mentioned you before, I've joined Toastmaster 4 or 5 years ago, and at that time I was a member of the International Geneva Club. I started by taking roles quite early, so already within my first year I was the VPE of the club, and then afterwards I became club president. My next role was the area director, and this is how I got to discover that actually the Toastmaster world is not limited to a single club. There are more clubs out there. This is how I also stumbled upon the UN Toastmaster Club, which became my second home. And I actually became dual club member. What is interesting about the Toastmaster world is that each club has their own personality. So if you haven't checked out more than one club, I would encourage you to go and visit, especially now that we're in the virtual world, and see how other clubs are. And if you didn't take a role in the committee yet, I would encourage you to do it, because this is how you get to shape the culture of a club. After becoming member of the UN Toastmaster Club, I discovered that in my life I wanted to improve my French, which is not my mother tongue. And this is how I decided to actually switch my membership from my initial club into Verbissimo, which is a French-speaking club. So as of now, I practice English and my leadership skills as a club secretary in the UN club. And that's also sounds nice. I am the UN club secretary. And I practice my French-speaking club skills in Verbissimo, which I've become a member of 2 months ago, so it's very recent.
That's excellent. So for our listeners and watchers of our channel, you can always visit different clubs, and if you want to be a member of different ones, that's possible. There is no problem with that. So remember that. Thank you very much, Beatrice. And now let's get to the crunchy stuff. You have done a very important and a very difficult type of project that in the Toastmasters terminology is called the High Performance Project. Can you explain us a little bit more about it?
Yes, sure. Thank you for the question. Actually, the High Performance Leadership Project exists within Pathways and within the old program which I followed. And the purpose is to decompose leadership and to get everybody to sharpen their leadership skills by working on a project. And in my case, I have done that 2 years ago, and I have organized the Swiss Novice Contest, the first edition, at the end of 2018. What we needed to do as a team was to create the concept, and it was a contest targeting novices, people who have never competed before. And then we needed to create a budget, we needed to find a venue, we needed to recruit volunteers, everything which is extremely important and useful in real life, but we got to do it in Toastmasters, where there are no stakes and everything is for the fun. So the only thing we needed to do was to have fun and learn out of it. And it was a great experience. But maybe the best part about it was that I had support. In Toastmaster, you always have support. There are a few manuals which guide you on how to deliver and to create a project, and they are excellent. But there are also, you also get to recruit an advisory committee. And this advisory committee, they are usually Toastmasters who have gone through a high performance leadership project before, or maybe Toastmasters with different skills from you, and you would like to learn from them. And their role is to not to execute anything. So what you're looking from these people is really mentorship and guidance, and benefit from their experience. So the fact that the two are very separate, on one side you have the advisory committee and the manuals explain you how to learn from them, and on the other side and separately you have the executive committee. This allows you to really understand how a company works and how any organization, actually, be it an NGO or a for-profit or even a church choir, functions, and how an idea goes to become reality. So it was really great.
That's excellent, Beatrice. So to understand that well, the high performance project, it's an important project where you are developing your leadership skills and you have support from the whole institution with the members that are mentoring you on this project. And that's how the Swiss Novice contest was created in 2018. Thank you very much, Beatrice. And yes,
it's also what Bastian did for his division for the division conference. It was his high performance leadership.
Okay. That makes sense, because yes, it's a lot of work and it's very complicated, that's for sure. Let me go to another question, because this high performance project is very important for the next level, which is the award, the maximum award, as I understand, of the Toastmasters, which is a distinguished Toastmasters, who you are now a distinguished Toastmaster. So congratulations for that, Beatrice.
Thank you. So
explain us a little bit.
Yes, I got my I got my award process on the 13th of May this year, and the DTM, these three letters, means that actually somebody went through the full program on the communication side and on the leadership side. On the communication side, if you're interested to become a DTM, now you need to finish 2 paths. Each pathway has 5 levels. Once you complete 5 plus 5 levels, so in average you'll get to maybe 30 to 40 speeches. You are considered to have satisfied the requirement on the communication side and to learn enough. I followed it in the old program, and I needed to deliver maybe 40 speeches as well. More importantly, the Distinguished Toastmaster also includes the leadership side, and it requires a high-performance leadership project, which exists both in the old and in the new system, and it requires to serve as a club committee member and to learn as a district officer, be it as area director, division directors, or to take one of the district roles. In addition to that, one needs to either create or contribute to the development of a new club, or to getting an existing club back to health. So if you're interested in creating something new, like your own company, or creating a project, you might want to test and learn first in Toastmasters by creating a club. If you're interested in fixing an organization which doesn't work or is missing something, you might be interested in becoming first a club coach and learning how to do it. So it's very interesting, because you get to learn about how an organization functions as a district officer. You learn how to create a club or create something new or fix the club as a coach or mentor. You learn how to serve a club as a club officer, when doing all this, you are using communication skills. So it's really a full package. Finally, I got to this designation not because I wanted it, but more because I had fun and enjoyed the learning part. So this is really the most important part. And there's so much in Toastmaster which you can learn. You just need to discover. So have a look.
Thank you very much, Beatrice. Thank you for the explanations. It is a very complete program, and of this distinguished Toastmasters is really going to the full spectrum of the capabilities of Toastmasters, like going from the communications to a very difficult project and then going to the leadership skills. Congratulations, Beatrice. It's a lot of effort and you did a wonderful job, especially for the divisions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me. And as I said before, the most important is to have fun and to enjoy it while you learn, and just do it, have fun.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Beatrice. And with that message, we will be closing this video. So thank you guys to be watching us and learning a bit more about what does it mean a high performance project, what is being a distinguished Toastmasters. I hope you will be one day a distinguished Toastmasters as Beatrice. Let's get inspired from her. She has a lot to teach us and there is a lot of knowledge that she is willing to always share with us. So thank you for being with us and let's see each other very soon. Thank you.